It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Orlando Magic. So for Orlando, their last game, a win against Detroit. They played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. Kenny, I'll tell you what.
What?
We've already seen some big matchups to start this season. It's very early.
Yes.
But in the real world, how soon do you start thinking about playoff ramifications?
Oh, you start thinking about playoffs from day one.
Oh,
the end goal is always some.
But you're not thinking about
it's
where you
always
are. Hey,
somewhere in
right
your
now we
mind.
play these guys.
Yes, always. I look at them in 5-game blocks. I would be like, hey man, in these 5 games we need to be here for the playoffs. After these 5, we need to be here, because that's, if you don't, it could get out of control and out of your control.
I can tell just from his reaction of shaking his head that he's not buying what you're selling.
Don't listen to that jibber jabber, Ernie. You focus on one game at a time. The rest will just take care of itself.
So you go less than I do.
One game at a time.
I went
take care of
5-game
itself.
blocks. You went
and then if
one
you need
game
to
at a
make an
time.
adjustment, you don't wait. You just
When
make
did you
the
think
adjustment.
about playoffs, though?
When playoff time came around.
So not like early on in the season you weren't thinking playoffs
man.
like Kenny was.
Can't control the future. Only I can.
It didn't work that time. Nothing showed up in your hand.
Nothing.
It doesn't always work that way. What do you think this is, some video game? Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Make sure I'm wearing the right shoes, because I like to randomly switch my shoes. I think we're in Orlando.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Orlando Magic today. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Alder. They'll play this one here in Cleveland before the Cavaliers head back on the road. Game after game, the unbroken streak of wins to start their season continues.
And I think for the Cavaliers. They've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, they're using that F word, focus. A lot of teams suffer from a lack of concentration in the early part of the season, but not this team. They're ready to play right from the opening tip of the very first game.
A look at the Magic starting group. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. And it's Isaac in the 3 spot. The new year getting ramped up. Always a roller coaster ride, which is fun. Brent, have you ever been on a team that, say, started slowly, then really turned it on late, or the other way around?
I've been on teams that started slowly and finished slower, Kevin, if that helps you out at all. That's no
Well, that's
fun.
not good.
Yeah, no fun whatsoever. A little bit of both throughout 14 years of playing experience in the NBA, Kevin, and it's just interesting. This is why coaches are so often talking about asking for players to be on the roster that give you consistent effort and to try to stay as even-keeled as possible, whether things are going well or your team is performing poorly. You know there's still a standard at which you want each of your guys to perform at and consistently give you that effort.
They get it again, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Vucevic. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
And he makes the first. All free throws good from Garbage Man.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
And there's the feed to Fournier. It's Vucevic, top of the key. Gordon a screen. Back to Vucevic. Jumper off the screen. They get it back. Banked in off the glass.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to talk with Frank Vogel for just a minute. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Well, they're aware of how difficult an opponent this is to defend. A lot of good shooters they have to deal with.
Which means being extra active with their perimeter deep. Fighting through screens, quick switches, all the little things they need to do to prevent those open looks.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. I expect a lot of movement defensively. They have to be reacting like a watch, rotating all night long.
Now, here's Thomas. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. The dish to Well. Here's Garbage Man. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We can feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now, here's Fournier. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Magic moving the ball around. Pass to Isaac. Fires for 3. The rebound by Garbage Man. Garbage Man's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And a wide open look for James. And a miss there on the triple.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. They dodged the bullet there.
Payton kicks to Fournier. Here's Isaac. Drops in the tray. Isaac's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And you just can't let Isaac get that much room to shoot it from deep. He's a very consistent three-point shooter with a fluid shooting form.
Now here's LeBron. A 23-point game for him in the win against Minnesota. Here's Isaac, covered by LeBron. And that one is stuffed right through.
And you gotta
guys, I can't do it by myself.
Out of the paint. He's looking to dunk it whenever and wherever he gets it.
Here's Wells. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. And stolen by Fournier. Snatched away. To the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation.
You don't carry me off the
And
back.
looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point, 2-point shot attempt averages for the Magic.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Inside, here's Vucevic. The Cavaliers pull it in, coming off that win against Minnesota.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was almost robotic, Greg, in this one. They filtered out all the noise and came in razor-sharp precision on the offensive end.
5 to shoot. Here's Thomas. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
And it's Gordon missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
James outside. Kicks it to Well. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Wells has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick. And if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
Here's Vucevic. Fires the 3. They get it back. Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss, and sticking it back in.
James dishes to Wells. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his feet.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Fournier with the ball. He hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure will change.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers. Not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
The Magic trail by 3. Pass to Isaac. Now Fournier, scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now Cleveland shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Thomas a screen. James kicks to Thomas. Loads it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
LeBron gets behind the eyes of the defense for the highlight reel, James.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here's Gordon. He had 13 points in the win against Detroit. No one near picking as he lets it go. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And let's step back for a second to look at the top shooting point guards in basketball this season. Isaiah Thomas is second.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
Well, it's about taking smart shots and playing with great control. And that smart shot selection coupled with tremendous pure shooting, that's got them on the top of the list.
When a powerful athlete, Brent, like LeBron James, steamrolls his way to the rim, it's so difficult and so much stress on that defense. But who are some of the smaller slashers in the league that can have just as big an effect?
Well, a couple of guys I think about, Kevin, is Otto Porter in Washington, Thad Young in Indiana, and Trevor Ariza in Houston. Although he likes to shoot threes, still a good slasher. Most of these guys, Kevin, play with guys who have the ball a ton. Wall, Beal in Washington.
My defensive breakdown. Look at my guy.
To be a creative scorer, if you're not shooting threes, you've got to find angles and opportunities as a slasher to put points on the board. Those guys do a pretty good job of it.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball after the Magic pick up 2. Osman off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Orlando trailing here. Payton kicks to Abrinas. Outside Aldridge. Here's the screen. Out left to the wing. Shoots from 8. That one doesn't drop. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Softly drops in the floater. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Payton kicks to Abrinas, launches a 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Rose passes to Thompson. Back to Rose. The screen from Thompson. Rose kicks to Crowder. Offensive rebound. Garbage man. Some solid defense from Aldridge.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now, here's Biyombo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Crowder with the steal. Puts it up from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. The Magic trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Aldridge dishes to Payton. Here's Abrinas. 9-point game his last outing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Crowder. Up again.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, just scanning the box score and looking at the rebound total tonight, I don't believe it. It shows the absolute passion he has for that part of the game.
Here's Rose. He sinks the 11-footer. Now it's a 6-point Cavalier lead.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Biyombo, the pass to Abrinas. Here's Payton. Tips it up. Thompson with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Rose kicks to Crowder. Here is Garbage Man. Aldridge is covering. Here's Garbage Man.
And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best to pull away.
To the right side. Payton dishes to Aldridge. Payton against Rose. Here's Aldridge. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content.
Man, I'm always out of position.
Here are the numbers for Garbage Man. First in scoring, first in rebounding. And of course, he's the #1 shot blocker in the league. Just an imposing presence inside.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Smith checked in for Cleveland. And the Magic making a change here as well. With he's checked in for Biyombo. And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
Here's Payton. And he also played a big role in that last game with Detroit. Pass to Isaac. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Garbage Man's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Crowder, the pass to Rose. Smith outside. Here's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Garbage Man, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Aggressive coming out of the game here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Oh, 5 by me.
A free throw off from Garbage Man. Heat. That one, no good. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 11. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here at Whittier.
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their deep.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Orlando, they've got Withy, Isaac out there with Alfred Payton, and it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Garbage Man in the last game against the Timberwolves had a huge game. He finished with 21 points and was his usual self at the defensive end, too. A lot of block shots, something we're accustomed to.
The Magic trail by 7. And here's Fournier. 14 points for him. Abrinas with the bucket. Abrinas has got 5 points now in the quarter. Cleveland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Thomas. Sweet little floater. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside Gordon. There's the pass to Abrinas. He dishes it to Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. Off the screen. And that one comes up a bit short. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Wells in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Sure, we don't have a chalkboard here to draw it up, but if you could explain it, what's your favorite inbounds play when you really need a bucket?
All right, Kevin, so the guy goes to the right, he comes off the down pick, and then on the backside you run the hammer, and you dribble to the right side, you throw along the baseline, but you're looking for the 4-man on the slip, and also the 5-man's popping back for the jump shot. Got it?
I got it. I like the run the hammer. Run the hammer. Vucevic's screen on James. LeBron against Fournier. Passes it to Abrinas. They get it back. There's the pick. Pick by Vucevic. And here's Gordon from outside. Can't hit that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. And this the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And they rolled over this team last season.
Shimmy.
Every time they faced off.
Yeah, it was a completely one-sided season series, and that was no surprise to anyone. This first game between them should give us an idea if they're on a little more even ground this season.
Here's Wells. James. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. James has got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
How about LeBron just finding himself in the right position, being patient, grabs the ball and uses his size well there.
And Fournier kicks to Abrinas. And that one's on target from the wing. Abrinas has got 7 points for the quarter.
Maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action. Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and the shots are going all over the place in this period.
Here's Biombo. Dunk by Biombo.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And it's Gordon missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The three from Thomas. Here's Gordon. the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside Gordon. Now, here's Biombo. D right on him. Aprinas' shot is off.
And this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Wells kicks to James. Pass to Wells. He set the pick. Nailed from three-point land. Wells has got 14.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate the IQ of Wells. Working well off the screen, getting in prime position to score.
Pass to Aprinas. They need this. That shot off. Good D by Thomas. The Cavaliers leading by 14. To the paint. Here's Wells. Lays it up off the glass. 16 points for him.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Well, Orlando shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Shot by Gordon, wide open. No good on the 3.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
How about that one, able to maintain control and finish the play?
Alfred Payton, who's checked in for the Magic. And Evan Fournier out of France, an instinctive offensive player, Greg.
Yeah, favorite player growing up was Manu Ginobili, and you can see some similarities in their game. Fournier possesses long-range shooting, but also able to handle and put pressure on the D with the dribble.
And he makes that one.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Back to Payton. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Gordon. Now Cleveland shooting straight 49% from the field. Now here's James. He has 6. Shoots over Vucevic, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Can only do so much against the great talents of LeBron James. When he's in a rhythm like that, he makes difficult shots look easy.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. One-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Shammy Wells has been sensational.
Scoring consistently from range. He really lit it up there in the first half.
We'll see if they keep feeding him right now until he cools down or until the defense does something to take him away from these great opportunities. No reason to go away from him.
The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, taking up the forward position. Wells is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Garbage Man in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Teron Lue. This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And what a performance he's put in at the free throw line.
That's good from Garbage Man. Hey, Brent, you made the NBA playoffs in your second year. Talk about the mental preparation that goes into one's first postseason as a player.
I think it's always a special time, Kevin, just because of the unknown factor. And at that time, it was the Clippers, my second season, a team that was very young and inexperienced. And so it was all fresh and new. And the biggest challenge for any coach in that sort of predicament is to make sure that players are on task and focused. We certainly were not. The Utah Jazz took care of us, and that's because of one John Stockton and Karl Malone.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one, Kevin. Tough to defend against.
to the inside, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Here we get a moment to view the league's highest scoring teams.
What's that?
The Cavaliers, number 1.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
The Magic trail by 14. Payton dishes to Vucevic. Back to Payton. Takes the 3.
Oh.
Orlando getting another chance here. Fournier gets a wide open look. No good from outside. Well, the Cavaliers shooting at 50% in a decent group. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Brett, when you look at the way LeBron has constructed his business empire, hiring his childhood friends to manage it, it's been talked about, but it's been successful.
Well, he's taken ownership, Kevin, of what his career has been, but he's also empowered those around them to have a future, to make a life. And he certainly is blazing his own trail as he's made his way through his career in the NBA.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more, we're seeing teams relegate them to that 6-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic, who fits that description.
Gordon with the screen for Fournier. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
Crowder's wide open. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one. Greg, why is it, do you think, that teams want those more floor-bound, post-up big men like Vucevic coming off the bench?
I think 2 things. First of all, their defensive shortcomings.
Got screened by Isaiah Thomas.
Playing against other reserves. Also, their ability to create offense on the block has more value with that second unit because that group tends to have their struggles in terms of scoring the basketball.
Cleveland leading by 15. Outside Thomas. Ron right side. Love with the screen for LeBron. He kicks it to Thomas. Here's Wells. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
Yeah, we got to be a DEFCON 1 here, because at this point, he is so dialed in. We got to get him off his spots.
Waiting outside. And Vucevic throws
flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Thomas passes to James. Thomas a screen. Down low. LeBron outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Got to be careful once LeBron breaks the seal of the free throw line. There's a lot of power and a lot of muscle coming at you. Usually it ends up a free throw.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
And Cleveland making a change here. Rose is checked in. The change for the Magic. Aldridge is checked in. The Magic trail by 19. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
It led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Jay Crowder's checked in for LeBron. Payton outside. Here's Isaac, defended by Crowder. Back to Payton. There's the 3. The putback. The shot, no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this game.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Isaac. Back to Aldridge. And Fournier kicks to Payton. Payton can't get that one to fall.
this has been a night where you can look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Wells' shot is good.
Shammy running away with this one.
Outside the paint, 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Back to Fournier. Aldridge is screen. Payton in the corner to halt the run. Payton with another miss.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Now the pass to Garbage Man. Left side, Love. Over Gordon. And it's Love missing.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
Pass to Isaac. Feeds it to Aldridge. Here's Isaac. Payton outside. Shoots over Crowder. That doesn't go either for Payton.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started. But his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Left side, Gordon. Great D that time from Love.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Wells' shot is good.
I'll take the assist.
Play calling this half. Another one from distance.
No question, it looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense.
I didn't get the assist on that.
For the Cavaliers, Thompson, he's checked in for Love.
That's bullshit.
And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Wells. Orlando also making some changes. Jeff Withy comes in for Aaron Gordon, and Abrinas subbed in for Fournier. Abrinas the pass to Aldridge. Payton outside. Over Rose. Off the left rim and out.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Passes to Garbage Man. Here's Thompson, and he could not get that one to go. On a contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Tristan Thompson, more of a center's game in a 6'9" frame, especially with the way small ball has gone. He has the ability to hold his own down on the inside. That combination of long arms, strength, the quick jumping, and the willpower to dominate, that's put Tristan Thompson on the map.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And for Thompson, the downside to playing him at center is he is not a big-time shot blocker.
Well, he does have good mobility in the pick and roll, Kevin, and he covers the smaller men on the switches. But you're right, as soon as you get around the rim, sometimes Tristan Thompson is not able to get vertical and challenge some shots out there.
And you look at the Cavs coach, Tyronn Lue. Brent, what stands out to you?
Well, he's got confidence. I would tell you, Kevin, I'd have confidence too if that number 23 was suiting up for me every night. But he demands accountability. He demands a respect for the game. And this team has had a tremendous run in the early stages of Ty Lue's coaching career.
Pass to Isaac. Shot to end this full run. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming.
No good from Garbage Man. Orlando's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Payton against Rose. Payton kicks to Withy. Back to Payton. Inside. And the basket by Isaac. Isaac's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you what, Isaac is determined when he gets it inside. Obviously, the strength not there yet, but the mindset and the will definitely on display.
Here's Garbage Man. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
So good at picking his spots. He always knows exactly what the team needs from him offensively. That's why they hold the lead.
Payton passes to Abrinas. Pass to Isaac. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Abrines' shot is off.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
And Thompson kicks to Rose. Shoots from 12. And here's the second dunk to finish it off.
And just scraping claws for that offensive rebound. And it doesn't take any chances there with the put.
And Gene, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Abrines the pass to Payton. A three-pointer is right on target. Payton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Rose, the screen from Thompson. Rose passes to Garbage Man. Yes, Rose with the assist that time. Garbage Man's got 12 points here in the second half. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis to get away from the sloppy
I don't
fouls.
want to sit, coach.
In for Jeff
I'm
Whittle.
not sitting, okay.
The Magic shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Aldridge is screening. Payton outside. Pass to Isaac. Shoots the three. A rebound by Garbage Man.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And Thompson kicks to Smith. They set the pick. Baseline J on the way, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
I don't know what it is about J.R. Smith, but it seems like the percentages go up the closer the defense gets.
Pass to Abrines. Aldridge is screened. Payton outside. The pass to Abrines. Good on the triple. Abrines has got 10 points in the game.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
1:52 left in the third quarter. Rose dishes to Thompson. Passes it to Garbage Man. He feeds it to Rose. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Payton passes to Aldridge. Payton kicks to Abrines. Out to the right wing. There's a good screen. Aldridge is screened. Pass to Abrines. Launches a three. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 8th assist in the game. Cleveland's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Pass to Garbage Man. Rose with the ball. He's got 8.
Killing me.
He trades it as the shot clock ticks down. 10 points for him. Magic shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Payton outside. Here's Isaac. Got 3 off the mark. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Abrines. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in. Abrines has got 15.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Outside Rose. Over Payton. Misses. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. He went ahead, running away with it. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
lighten it up.
And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Break the floor when you're on the ball or close it out.
And we're getting it away. Here's a look now for Cleveland. Garbage man comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Derrick Rose. Orlando making some changes. So on the floor for Orlando, you've got Evan Fournier. Vucevic is out there with Whip. And there's Gordon. And it's Aprinas in at the shooting guard position.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Gordon with it. Now Smith defending.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
Garbage man. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 4 assists in the game. Orlando's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Gordon. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Gordon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Magic moving the ball around. Picked by Vucevic. Shoots the 3. Aprinas' shot is off. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Thomas against Fournier. Outside Thomas. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Well, sometimes being shifty in this game is a good thing. Body control helping out on that attempt.
And Fournier kicks to Aprinas. This is to Gordon. That is an era of shorter player contracts, sometimes without doubts, after 1 or 2 years. Does that breed too much of a win-now mentality among teams?
Well, so shorter contracts, Kevin, but taller players?
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
Okay, all right. You know, it's interesting the way that teams want to set themselves up. Obviously, if you have a bona fide star, you want to do what you can to lock him up and have him as part of your organization and the concrete and the foundation for what you do moving forward. But a lot of guys certainly on the move and on loan for seasons where they want to take a shot at the true contender.
Smith with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Smith kicks to Thomas. Shot off the pick. Here's Garbage Man, the dunk and the powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Vucevic.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Rose, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. That free throw cut from Garbage Man. The Magic shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Now the feed to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Rose sets the screen for Smith. Now the dish to Rose. Here's Garbage Man. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's amazing how many worthy point guards have to be left off the roster. How'd the league end up with so many great players at that position all at once? It's an amazing story.
It has been an incredible crop. I mean, really the golden era of point guards. And the one guy who I feel really badly for over the course certainly of the last 5 or 6 seasons is one Mike Conley. Any coach in the league would take Mike Conley at the drop of a hat, yet he's dealing with, over the course of his career,
come on, Osman.
Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Tony Parker, Steve Nash, Chauncey Billups, Chris Paul. Should I go on, Kevin? It is a very, very tough position.
Those names, it says it all. There's a screen. Kicks to Fournier. Gordon a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Buries it from three-point range. Gordon's got 11 in the second half.
Just can't allow good looks like that from beyond the arc. That's just inviting all kinds of trouble.
Outside Rose. Rebound by the Magic. Withy's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Gordon a screen. Feeds to Biyombo. Here's Withy. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Garbage Man.
You really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Rose dishes to Smith. And stolen by Gordon. The pass to Bush. Over Rose. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Smith kicks to Rose, expanding his range. Second shot opportunity. This one the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Cavaliers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat fight with a mouse, and they were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Garbage Man.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals. Like the defensive effort, they did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
It's deflected. Now good work defensively by Smith.
The bucket just not well
I
protected.
know what I was trying to block there.
Too often. That's been the story with him.
Rose kicks to Smith. Off target with his 3.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Garbage Man. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Hey, DJ. Hey. Great game out there. Look, Shaq and the guys want to talk to you in the studio.
Really?
So yeah, right this way. Stand here,
Okay.
and we'll get you set up. Perfect.
That's good.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie Johnson. We got Shaq here. We got Kenny here. With this one in the books, we've got a special post-game guest joining us.
Hey, Kenny here, man. I have to say, this game wasn't even close. Congrats on the win. Now, do you feel this is one of your better team wins?
Yeah, Kenny, I do. It's definitely one of our best games. You know, I felt like the team did a really good job of executing and what we wanted to do on both ends of the court. And, you know, we were able to play a complete game, start to finish. You know, it's games like this that make me love playing with everyone on this team. And, you know, a win like this makes you really excited for the next game on the schedule.
Man, you guys look like cats playing with its prey.
That's what we were doing.
And thanks for joining us this evening, folks. We've reached the end of our broadcast, sadly. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, this is Ernie Johnson. Farewell and good.
Yeah, I do. Wait till the party though. I'm done. I'll bring my stats up real quick and show you what I got before I end the stream. Yeah, I've got 55. I'm kind of mad though. I didn't have any blocks. There should have been a few ones where I should have had it. Just wasn't in position. So other times I was flailing around like a idiot. So there's my stats.